All right, so for this problem, we want to divide this fourth degree polynomial function using synthetic division. Now, whenever you're doing synthetic division, you have to be careful because we need to represent all of our powers of x in a polynomial function. So if you look at this one, we can see that as we go from left to right, our powers aren't descending by 1. We skip one of our powers of x. We skip the x to the third power. So we can actually rewrite this function f of x and put in a placeholder for our x cubed. So f of x equals 2x to the fourth. We're just going to say plus 0x cubed because we know that this is really just 0. It doesn't change the value of this function. It just changes the way it looks. Then minus 5x squared plus 9x plus 6. Now the reason why we need to do that is because we need all of these coefficients when we're using synthetic division. So we have a 2, a 0, a negative 5, a 9, and a 6. So those are going to be the coefficients for our synthetic division. And then again, remember, you ask yourself what makes this potential factor 0. So we know that x would equal negative 2. So that means that negative 2, this value right here, is going to be what we divide into this polynomial function. So we have negative 2 here, and then copy down your coefficients. So we have 2, 0, negative 5, 9, and 6. And let's do the synthetic division. So if I bring my 2 down, 2 times negative 2, that's negative 4. And then again, remember we add, so 0 plus a negative 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 2, that's positive 8. And again, we're adding, so negative 5 plus 8, that's positive 3. 3 times negative 2, that's negative 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. And that's actually something that we usually want. So this just means we have a remainder of 0, right? Remember, this is our remainder. And if it's a remainder of 0, then that means that this is a 0 of our function. And that means that x plus 2 is going to be a factor. Again, if you recall, these are the coefficients of a fourth degree polynomial function. So this is 2x to the fourth, 0x cubed, negative 5x squared, 9x, and then 6 is just our constant. And so when we divide this by a linear term, the power, the degree of this goes down. So we call this here the depressed polynomial. It's the result of doing our division. So this is going to be x cubed, this is going to be x squared, this is going to be a linear term, and then a constant. So our new function, we can just actually still call this f of x. Our factored function is going to be 2x cubed, and then minus 4x squared, plus 3x plus 3. And then this whole thing, we can say is being multiplied by x plus 2 because we just found that x plus 2 is in fact a factor of this entire polynomial function. And if you had to find more zeros, it also means that x equals negative 2 is a 0. If you had to find more zeros, you could continue doing synthetic division for this and find more, or use other means to find the remaining zeros.